Well, hey guys, what's up? It's actually kind of hot out today, believe it or not. I'm just sipping on a little rose water here in my glittery cup before I head to the gym. It's that time of the day where I go to the gym, and you guys should be excited because you've been asking me for quite some time if I could share with you what it is that I do in the gym. You hear me mention that I go to the gym a lot and I don't really ever show that to you guys. You also ask me a fair amount about sunscreen and what kind of sunscreen I wear when I go to the gym, and do I wear sunscreen. So I'm pretty excited to share all that with you in today's video. And I get all of my activewear, of course, from Fabletics. And I'm super stoked because they have reached out yet again to sponsor this video. And you guys know what that means. Whenever Fabletics is nice enough to sponsor a video, that means there's a coupon code below for you guys in the description box where you can get your first pair of leggings for 24 bucks. First 2 pairs of leggings for 24 bucks, which is a really good deal. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you guys some of my activewear that I wear in the gym, as well as the sunscreens, and then I will walk you through what it is that I do in the gym. All of my activewear comes from Fabletics, including this Cashel black little top with the protective hand sleeves. I adore for outdoor running in particular. If you're not familiar with Fabletics, they are a one-stop shop for all of your athletic and fitness needs. They have clothing, they have leggings, tops, they also have gym bags, you name it, any activity level, any size, any body habitus, you can find it on there. It is comparable to those expensive brands like Sweaty Betty or Lorna Jane, but much more affordably priced. Quality really withstands multiple washings. I enjoy their leggings, you guys see me wear constantly, but I also love their shorts. These are the Pamela reflective shorts. They are good for running, particularly here in Houston. And what is also really nice is they've got a zipper in the back, which is great if you want to put your keys in there and go for a outdoor run. They have reflective tape on the outside as well, so if it gets dark out. And I love this. I have built-in little fitted shorts, and that's great if you do any kind of leg lifting or whatnot. You don't want to flash everybody, so I really like these. I have a pair in black and a pair in like an aqua color as well. So yeah, you can just go on there and shop around if you like, but the way I do it is I do the VIP membership, and basically what that is it gets you up to 50% off of all of the prices of their items, including like the sports bra, for example, that I got. I've really been loving their sports bra quality. And then they also kind of curate outfits based on your preference. So they put together this cute little outfit for me that I really like for lounging about, as well as kind of doing some yoga exercises in my apartment. It's no obligation, if you don't want to purchase something, you just have to go in and click skip by the 5th of the month, and it's easy to cancel. But you get personalized picks, and you also get access to online workouts, which is fantastic. That is something I really enjoy. And I just love the detailing on everything. This little Madeline shoulder twist tank, for example, has this little cute little twist up there that I just think is nice, and it's nice and lightweight. The sports bras, their leggings everybody always raves about, and I adore them, don't get me wrong, but their sports bras are an unsung hero. They really withstand washing, and they provide great support, and the removable padding stays in place when you wash the sports bras. So this one is the Kobe sports bra. It's really cute. Check the description box. I'll list all of these bad boys, as well as a coupon code for your first 2 pairs of leggings for 24 bucks, which is a steal. So moving on from activewear, you guys know it goes without saying with me, it's time to put on sunscreen. And these are just some of the many sunscreens that I like to use for my workouts. They are water resistant. One of my favorites is by Altruist. You can get this on Amazon UK. Phenomenal SPF 50 broad spectrum sunscreen. It has avobenzone, which also goes by the name butyl methoxydibenzoyl methane. It also has tinosorb A2B for UVB and UVA2 protection, ethyl hexyl salicylate for UVB protection, and bimetrizanol. This is very broad spectrum, excellent filters. Water resistant, very, very high SPF for both UVB and UVA coverage. And the reason I like water resistant for exercise is that, you know, when you're sweating, sunscreen will come off and it can get in your eyes. So having water resistant sunscreen is great. And it also kind of boost the insurance of your SPF to use a water resistant one while you are sweating. You still need to reapply, however. So this is their SPF 50 sunscreen. They are fantastic in that a portion of their proceeds goes to a phenomenal charity. I've reviewed these in a dedicated video, so I won't reiterate all of those points, but I highly encourage you to consider this. They also have an SPF 30, a little bit lower as far as both UVB and UVA protection, but again, excellent, phenomenal filters. Very lightweight on the skin. These are not greasy. They are very acne friendly. They're also very sensitive skin friendly. You know, they're able to use more filters in their sunscreens in the UK than they are here in the States. So they're able to use lower concentrations of different ones, and as a result, they tend to be much less irritating and much easier to tolerate and much more aesthetic as far as the way they look on your skin. But from Japan, you guys know I love the Alley UV Extra Gel. This, it doesn't claim to be water resistant, but it has a, quote, durable, flexible veil, which is, quote, friction resistant. Pretty hardy and broad spectrum. And then you guys see me wear Elta MD UV Sport every day, so I don't need to belabor that, but Elta MD UV Sport, if you're not familiar, is a water resistant sunscreen that is a combination sunscreen, meaning it has zinc, which is a physical ingredient, a physical sunscreen ingredient, as well as octinoxate. But some of you guys are sensitive to any chemical filter, in which case you would fare better with exclusively mineral sunscreens, and the MD Solar Science water resistant would be a stellar choice. I happen to have it here. You guys have seen me use this recently in a couple of vlogs, looks like, but I really like that one and recommend it. And a less costly drugstore alternative is this Aveeno Positively Mineral. This is a fairly new mineral only, just zinc sunscreen, SPF 50, fragrance free. But for those of you who want to go the cruelty free and vegan route, I recommend the Nature's Gate sunscreens. They are great. They're combination sunscreens and very, very well formulated, no fragrance. And again, I'm just showing you not only they have zinc, but a variety of other filters. They make a kids one that is water resistant 40 minutes, I believe, and then they make the Aqua one here, which is water resistant up to 80 minutes. So yeah, those are just some of my favorites, and I'll swatch a little. You know, I'm going to put some on my face, obviously, but I'm going to show you guys kind of how some of these look on my forearms here, so you can see just what they look like going on. But here's the Aqua. You can see that cast there is pretty notable. And but it does spread pretty easily. It's not pilly or gummy or tacky or anything, but it gives a white film there. So if you're a darker skin type, you know, be aware of that. Unfortunately, zinc can be pretty casty, but you want to get, you know, all sun exposed areas like the backs of your hands, anywhere where you're not going to have fabric covering. Basically, you want a good layer of this. Even if you may be saying, well, aren't you going to work out in the gym? Yeah, but there are windows in the gym, and UVA shoots through those windows and penetrates into my dermis and activates matrix metalloproteinases to annihilate the extracellular matrix and give wrinkles, fine lines, as well as suppress the immune system. So I go ahead and layer up before going in. And this is what the Aveeno one looks like, just so you guys can see a comparator. Now, this is zinc only, so even more casty. You're not going to like this on your face, so, you know, that's why I use a little more expensive ones on my face. Here I'm putting on the Altruist SPF 50, which is not expensive, but it's great on the face. And I'm doing it in fast forward. The greater the amount of time that you spend doing this, the better you are at it, basically. Versus perseverating over like teaspoon to teaspoon. Just spend more time putting it on and you're more likely to do well. And including around the eyes and the ears. but that's what it looks like on the skin, so you can see. Alright, here I am in the gym. What exactly do I do? Oh, by the way, this is 20 minutes after application of sunscreen. You gotta let it set up. But first up, I go to the treadmill. You know, I enjoy running. I don't do it for any particular fitness goal, other than it, you know, kind of elevates my mood. I enjoy it. It's a hobby. I love to run races and you know, fun runs. I am not particularly competitive. You know, I just enjoy doing it, and I do it daily. Always a good idea to start out at a walking pace, particularly if you've been sitting. And I will vary this as far as speed. Some days I do interval workouts, kind of doing a little bit of an interval workout here, starting at a moderate, brisk pace and going for probably about 20 minutes. And then later I will increase that. But you know, over the years I've really kind of focused a lot on my form and trying to get that as, you know, close to best as possible, if you will. I think that reduces the chances of injury. Knock on wood, I've been running for over 15 years and I have not gotten any sort of injury, and that includes running on treadmills, outdoors, gravel, mountains at altitude. You know, I knock on wood. And I think it has to do with the fact that I force myself to do a variety of other exercises that are not as fun as running, but that strengthen all of those supporting muscle groups. And I also make sure and get good rest. That's important. Don't ever do a long run if you're sleep deprived. You're just begging for a muscle tear. But I am not an exercise scientist or a physical therapist or a trainer, so this is just what I do. But you know, if you were starting from scratch or looking for tips, I wouldn't turn to me. You know, this is just what I do. I don't even know if I'm doing the right or wrong thing, but it seems to work for me, but that may not be the case for you. But always cool down. I think that is a good tip. So after a run, I, you know, do a little walk for 1 or 2 minutes. Try and engage the core with running. I think that protects the spine and takes a lot of undue pressure off your joints. Just wiping down the treadmill with a little disinfecting wipe after I am done. Yeah, I wipe down all the equipment that I use in the gym after using, and sometimes before if it's a high traffic time. All right, this is what I hate doing in the gym but force myself to do, and that is upper bodies. I have hyperflexible joints, particularly in my upper extremities, like my elbows and my shoulders. I mean, I can like put my arm completely behind my back. It is kind of disturbing to see, so I won't show you that. But if I'm not careful, I easily dislocate joints all the time. They just pop out. So I kind of have to, it's kind of taken me a lot of courage to do upper body strength without worrying about undue stress on my joints. So I kind of go low. I'm pretty wimpy with weight. The goal for me in upper body strength exercises is muscle building for musculoskeletal health, as well as it supports the stride of running. If you have good upper body strength, it just takes, you know, it helps distribute some of the work of running to have a little bit of propulsion in the arms. And I just do these little mini pulses. I learned that from the Tone It Up girls. You know, it's not something I came up with. And then I like to do some kind of multimodal, I guess, exercises, some sort of squat that I am copying from, I think maybe Blogilates taught me this, I'm not sure. But basically I'm trying to press off of my heel there to activate my glutes and my quads. And then the weights really just serve to kind of challenge my center of balance a little bit. So this is what it looks like from the side. You kind of stick your rear out like that. It's not the most attractive looking thing. But again, good thing that Fabletics has put those built-in bike shorts within these shorts, so I'm not, you know, showing anybody too much. Alright, and then this I definitely learned from the Tone It Up girls. It is a plie squat with a, I don't know, biceps lift thing. Alright, probably not the right nomenclature, but this really does activate the inner thigh muscles quite nicely. And you want to push, I'm pushing up with my heels from the ground and then activating my glutes and then squeezing the bicep on the way up. So I kind of get all multiple little groups. All right, and then really important to have a strong core. I don't know what this gizmo is, but I use it a fair amount. This like half ball thing that's suspended in the air to do some leg lifts to activate my lower abs, which is really important for running. I think, you know, running in posture and the health of your spine, you know, it pains me to see people slouching, that, you know, I just see that as a setup for chronic lower back pain. Speaking of chronic lower back pain, here I'm doing some low leg lifts off of the bench. Be very careful if you do these. You don't want your back to arch up, so make sure that the small of your back stays adherent with either the board as I have here or the floor. And then I kind of also do some like bicycle type ab exercises here, crisscrossy kind of scissor things, and you just get a little extra challenge there from gravity by doing it on the bench like this as opposed to the floor, but either works. And I love this machine. I don't know, I call it like the cha-cha-cha. It really just works the obliques, and there's weights attached to it. So I'm pulling weight here, and this is great for your obliques and abdominal core strength. Really important for keeping the health of your spine intact. Then afterwards, I like to do a little hamstring stretch as well as some other stretches, but this is one that I've kind of come up with. I'm sure I annoy everybody by doing this in there because this is not what it's intended for, but it gets the job done. And I always wipe it off afterwards with a disinfecting wipe, so I suppose it doesn't annoy people too much. But yeah, always a good idea, or so I've heard, to stretch afterwards. I usually do some other stretches here and there. So yeah, that is basically it. And after I work out, before I leave the gym, I go in the bathroom and wash my hands with a little soap and water, good old-fashioned soap and water. It is cold and flu season, and knock on wood, I have not gotten sick in many years, and I think it has to do with just being conscientious of washing my hands. So yeah, thanks to the gym for always having soap and water. All right, here I am on the Fabletics site just to show you guys how easily it is to navigate. They have outfits already curated. Oh, that's cute with the, it almost looks like a butterfly on the back. So yeah, this is kind of how you would go in and peruse what is new. They come out with a ton of new stuff all the time. Leggings are fantastic, and they're not see-through like a lot of other leggings, and they look the same time and time again after multiple washings. And they always have good detailing as far as features of convenience, like putting your cell phone pocket in this little mesh pocket here. They think of everything, all the little details. Yeah, super happy with everything I've ever purchased from Fabletics. So yeah, that's basically a typical night in the gym for me. I run pretty much every day, although I try honestly to change it up as far as doing some like HIIT workouts I will do from time to time instead of doing the treadmill, or I will also try and do the elliptical just to change it up a little bit and not be so stagnant. But I really try and vary my running routine as well from day to day. Like I said, sometimes I do interval runs, sometimes I do like more of a low intensity, or I just do kind of a training run, if you will, like a long training run. So I'll go for a much longer period of time at kind of a pace run. It varies quite a bit. Like I said in this video, I'm not a trainer, nor do I have any expertise in telling people any tips for exercise. So if you are at all curious, I recommend, considering getting a trainer. They can really be helpful. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Big shout out to Fabletics for sponsoring this video. Check the description box below. I will list all of the outfits that I showed in this video, as well as that coupon code for you guys. But yeah, and again, I highly encourage you to consider the VIP option. It gets you free shipping off of orders $49 and over. You will be very happy with the VIP option. It's a great deal, and like I said, there's no obligation. You can cancel anytime. They have a 24-hour number that you can call, and then during the day they have somebody online that you can talk to, via keyboard. So very excellent customer service. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you would like to see more kind of active fitness kind of stuff for me in the future. But like I said, I'm not a trainer. It's just kind of what I have started doing over the past, years of my life on this planet. So take it with a grain of salt. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.